Hi, everybody. So this is the 38-year-old lady who is in a motor vehicle collision about a year ago and has had neck pain, headaches, right radiculopathy since then, so for about a year. And this MRI was done, and the report came back normal. I wish I would have kept the report, but yeah, it really said there was nothing wrong. And as a good chiropractor, Dr. Wagner called the radiologist that read these MRIs and was questioning something at C56. So he took a look again. Well, I don't know actually if he really took a look, but you never really know. But he stood firm and he said, no, there's absolutely nothing wrong at C56. And then that's how we got the study. We get a lot of second opinion requests, but that's how we got it the MRI because Dr. Wagner was still suspicious. So I gave you in the email or social media post, I gave you this T2 sagittal image. It looks like the dens is cut off, and I gave you this axial sequence that's right at C56. You can tell it's right at C56 because that's what these yellow lines are for. I probably should have given you this particular sagittal because then now the dens looks okay. And the dens is not very thick. It's about a centimeter wide or so. And well, look at that. We can maybe measure it right here. Let's see. We can measure this and oops. Yeah, look at that. Almost exactly 1 centimeter, 9.9 millimeters in width. And so we only get really two slices through there. Three maybe if you get thinner slices, or maybe it's a bigger odontoid or something. So here's one slice through. Look here. Oh, now we lose it. Let's go on the other side. Oh, you still see the odontoid here, but then one slice over, then you don't see it. So the odontoid is perfectly normal. And you can look at the other ones to confirm the T1 sagittal here on the left, stir sequence on the right, also called a fluid sensitive sequence. And you can see this particular imaging center did these oblique sequences down here, and you can see you can confirm on here too that there is the dens is intact. Let me just get right here you can see the dens, and that's a normal little remnant synchondrosis there. But anyway, so we did a report, and I'm like, yeah, there's there's definitely a disc herniation there. This and there's, I mean, smaller ones up higher. I'll zoom in here so I can see better. Yeah, there's small. I mean, these I would think are inconsequential, small posterior disc bulges. But this one, if you kind of go out to the left, it becomes more prominent. And that just means it's not a midline, it's a left-sided disc herniation. Could you have a left-sided bulge? Yeah, sure. But usually in the cervical spine, they are herniations. And then if you're familiar, you can further categorize them into protrusions and extrusions. And, where do we see that on the axial sequence? Well, it's right here. This is, it's not huge, maybe 2 or 3 millimeters, but it is right there in the neuroforamen, kind of in the lateral recess too, and it's narrowing the left IVF or neuroforamen. You can see there's still some space there, so I call this mild. That takes up about a third of the diameter of the canal. Then I call it mild if it's between a third and 2/3. Moderate if it's more than that, then it's severe. And that's supported by the literature, and I think it's pretty commonly used. And you can see on the right, it's much wide open here, and the nerve can go in and out pretty freely. But here, there's a little bit narrowing and maybe a little bit of compression on the exiting nerve root. So that's it. It's not that hard, and I hope you're looking at MRIs and not relying on the reports unless you have full confidence in the radiologist. And it's not that hard. You just I feel like we should know the anatomy, and of course we know not we, but you as the referring chiropractor know the patients the best, so you should know exactly where to look. Anyway, I hope that helps, and if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you.